You have been tricked this whole time. You've been lied to about tariffs your whole life.
Some might say it's economic nationalism. I call it common sense.
Politicians often claim that tariffs are a way to punish foreign countries like China. But what if the reality is much more sinister? What if the real victim of tariffs isn't some distant government but you, the everyday consumer? The reality of tariffs is far more deceptive than what most politicians and media outlets tell you. While tariffs may sound like a way to strengthen domestic industries, they often result in higher costs for consumers, massive corporate profits, and an economy that leaves you paying more for everyday essentials. In this video, we're exposing the big tariff lie that has been draining your wallet without you even realizing it. We'll break down who really pays for tariffs, how they drive up prices, and who's secretly profiting from them. By the end, you'll see why tariffs aren't just an economic policy. They're a hidden tax on you. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. How tariffs are sold to the public. The common belief about tariffs is simple. When a government imposes tariffs on foreign goods, the exporting country, say China, pays the extra fee. It sounds like a clever move to protect domestic industries, while making foreign competitors suffer. But the truth is much different. Here's what actually happens. A tariff is essentially a tax on imports. When the US government places tariffs on Chinese goods, China does not absorb that cost. American businesses and consumers do. Companies that import these goods pass the additional cost directly onto the consumer by raising prices. In other words, when you buy an iPhone, gas, or groceries, you're paying that tariff out of your own pocket. Why you pay more for everything? If you've ever noticed prices creeping up at the grocery store or seen tech gadgets getting more expensive, tariffs are likely one of the culprits. Businesses don't take losses willingly. They pass on higher costs to you, the buyer. Let's look at some real-world examples. iPhones. The base model iPhone that once cost $999 now costs $1,099. And a portion of that increase is due to tariffs on Chinese-manufactured components. Gasoline. Tariffs on foreign oil increase cost for refineries, which in turn makes gas more expensive at the pump. What once was $3.50 per gallon has surged to $5 or more. Groceries. The cost of staple items, like fresh produce, canned goods, and dairy, has risen sharply as tariffs on imported agricultural products have led to higher wholesale prices. This pattern isn't unique to a few industries. It's widespread. Clothes, cars, home appliances. Everything you buy is now more expensive because tariffs drive up costs across the board. Who actually wins? Hint: it's not you. If tariffs are hurting American consumers, then who benefits? The answer might infuriate you: corporations and politicians. The government sells tariffs as a way to protect American jobs and industries. But here's the inconvenient truth. Most corporations don't absorb the costs. They raise prices and continue making record profits. Tariffs allow businesses to justify price increases under the guise of economic protectionism, all while continuing to maximize their bottom lines. The sense of betrayal. When people realize that they are the ones bearing the cost of tariffs, anger and betrayal often follow. Imagine standing at the checkout, seeing the prices of everyday items creep upward, only to find out it's because of a political tool meant to target foreign countries. It's not about politics, it's about your money. Regardless of where you stand politically, the financial impact of tariffs hits everyone. This issue transcends party lines. It's about protecting your wallet from unnecessary economic harm. Take a look at the winners. Major corporations, Walmart, Amazon, and Apple, all claim tariffs hurt business. Yet their profits keep growing. CEOs are seeing multi-million-dollar bonuses, while consumers struggle with inflation. Politicians. The narrative of being tough on China or protecting American jobs wins votes, even though the reality is that the American middle class and lower-income families are bearing the brunt of higher prices. Lobbyists and special interests. Companies that benefit from tariffs use political influence to keep these trade barriers in place, despite their harm to consumers. Meanwhile, the average worker's paycheck hasn't increased nearly as fast as the cost of living. So while you're paying more for essentials, executives and politicians are cashing in. The future. How tariffs will make everyday life even more expensive. As frustrating as current price hikes are, they may only be the beginning. If tariff policies continue unchecked, we could soon be facing an economy where everyday items become luxury goods. Consider what the future could look like if tariffs continue to drive up prices. iPhones, projected to rise from $1,099 to $1,500 within the next few years. Gas prices could reach $7.50 per gallon by 2026. Groceries, a weekly food budget of $75 today could balloon to $120 in just a few years. And it's not just speculation. Historical trends show that once tariffs drive prices up, they rarely come back down. This means that if tariffs remain in place or increase, many everyday products will be priced out of reach for millions of Americans. The psychological trick: why most people still believe tariffs work. So if tariffs are clearly hurting consumers, why do so many people still support them? The answer lies in psychological manipulation. 1. Misdirection.
Washing machines, we're going to benefit our consumers and we're going to create a lot of jobs.
Since politicians frame tariffs as a punishment for foreign nations, rather than a tax on domestic consumers. This narrative makes people feel like they are supporting their country by agreeing with tariffs, even though they are the ones paying the price. 2. Nationalism. The idea that tariffs protect American jobs makes them sound patriotic. In reality, businesses that face higher import costs often respond by outsourcing more jobs or raising prices, not by hiring more workers. 3. Media spin. Mainstream news outlets often oversimplify tariff discussions, failing to explain their long-term economic impact. Instead, they focus on short-term political battles rather than the financial burden on consumers. Strategies to avoid the tariff trap. While tariffs are set at the government level, there are ways you can minimize their impact on your finances. 1. Buy domestic, when possible. Supporting American-made products may help you avoid some tariff-related price increases. However, keep in mind that many made-in-USA products still rely on imported materials. 2. Shop smart and compare prices. With prices on the rise, it's more important than ever to compare prices before making purchases. Look for deals, discounts, and alternatives that may be less affected by tariffs. 3. Invest wisely. If certain industries are benefiting from tariffs, consider investing in stocks that may profit from them. This won't lower your grocery bill, but it could help you offset some of the financial impact. 4. Hold politicians accountable. If you feel like tariffs are hurting you more than helping, make your voice heard. Contact your representatives and demand policies that genuinely benefit consumers, not just big businesses. The truth about tariffs. The reality is clear. Tariffs are not a penalty on foreign countries. They are a hidden tax on American consumers. While they are often sold as a patriotic policy to strengthen domestic industries, they actually shift the burden to everyday people, making essential goods more expensive, while corporations continue to profit. Now that you know the truth, what will you do about it? Will you continue to believe the mainstream narrative, or will you start questioning who truly benefits from these policies? Share this video, spread awareness, and make sure your friends and family aren't falling for the tariff lie, because the more people who understand the truth, the harder it will be for politicians and corporations to keep taking advantage of consumers like you. Also, have you noticed rising prices in your daily life? Comment below and share your experiences. Let's expose the truth about tariffs together. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.